Hey everyone, Motumbo here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are playing some more Historic here on Magic Arena. And today I have another really sweet deck. I'm super excited to play this, but you know, as always, I'm excited to play most decks. But you know what? We're going to hop right into it, and we are playing Quintessential Quintorius. And this is, again, a really sweet deck. It's a combo deck, and I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's going to go infinite, so to speak. Not really, but what's going to happen is we're going to play Quintorius Kand, and we are going to just win the game. So first off, this deck was designed by Uniforce or Uniderp over on Aetherhub. I'll link it down below to the list. But let's explain what's going to happen here. So in Ixalan, in the new Lost Caverns of Ixalan, we have Quintorius Kand, 5-mana Planeswalker, and it has a really cool passive ability. It says, whenever you cast a spell from exile, Quintorius Kand deals 2 damage to each opponent, and you gain 2 life. So while this is great and all, we only care about the middle ability of the Discover 4. So it has 4 loyalty when it comes into play. So we're going to -3, we're going to leave it at 1, and we're going to Discover 4. So Discover 4 says you exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card with mana value 4 or less. So as you can see, the cheapest cards in our deck do cost 4 mana. So we are always going to be guaranteed to hit one of those, and then so we are going to essentially only play clones or cards that copy or have the ability to copy a Planeswalker. So we're going to put another Quintorius Kand into play. But you may ask, oh well, why would we want to do that? Because you can only have one Planeswalker of the same type in play. Well, yes, that is true normally, but we do have Spark Double. Spark Double actually says you can have Spark Double enter the battlefield of a copy of a creature or Planeswalker, except it enters with an additional loyalty counter, and it's not legendary. So this is going to get around that legendary rule. So we could potentially have more than one Quintorius Kand into play. And but we don't even really care if we hit these. We just care about hitting our clones, because every time we discover, we're actually casting that card from exile. So we are going to be taking advantage of the passive ability, dealing 2 damage to our opponent, gaining 2 life, putting another one into play, and then rinsing and repeating. So it does get faster though if we hit more Spark Doubles or hit a Spark Double first, because what happens is we can hit a Spark Double, then we have 2 of these in play. We do it again, we cast another spell, then we're dealing 4 damage, and then so on and so on. And what's really cool is if we do hit Spark Double first, we start copying the Spark Doubled version of Quintorius Kand because it's not legendary. Therefore, each one will stay in play. We're going to be dealing more and more damage, and we're going to win the game. So this is actually a really, really easy combo to pull off. There's actually not a lot of clicking, because the game kind of has to do it all for you, right? It flips cards over for you, it puts the card into play for you, you just target what you want to copy, and then activate its ability, and then voila, that is the gist of the combo. But you know, you may be asking, well, in Historic, the decks are super, super fast, so how do we get around that if everything's going to cost 4 or more mana? Well, we do have some other cards that allow us to kind of skirt around that, right? You can see our land, we're playing a ton of lands that have land types. Basically every land type we are playing, so we can cast Leyline Binding for potentially 1 or 2 mana. We have Horned Loch-Whale. This is really, we're only going to care about the 2 mana side of this to return a target attacking creature that we don't control to the bottom or top of our opponent's library. We have Trumpeting Carnosaur. This is a 3 mana discard spell. You know, essentially can't be countered in order to deal 3 damage to a creature or a Planeswalker. And then we have Virtue of Persistence, which is a 2 mana spell that actually gains us 2 life and gives a creature -3/-3. So we have 16 cards that cost essentially 2 to 3 mana that can remove a creature and, you know, kind of hinder our opponent's ability to deal damage. Just, you know, enough time to buy us to get to, you know, 5 mana, dump one of these into play, and then just win the game. So really straightforward, really great deck. You're going to see you're going to see a lot of the same thing over and over again because of how consistent this deck is. So Discover, I would say that Discover is, you know, it's very similar to the Cascade ability. However, with Discover, I mean, and I've gone over, you know, with speaking to some friends about this, Discover allows you to really take advantage of the mana cost and, you know, force your way into that number. So in my opinion, it's way more busted than Cascade is. Yes, you get the Cascade on cast, but this, you know, being able to hone in and focus on that mana cost, really, really powerful. But other than that, you know what? We're just going to hop into the games. You're going to see some sweet, sweet games. And yeah, we'll see y'all at the wrap-up. All right, we're going first. Don't have green. But I think this is fine. Well, I mean, if I was ever here to cast a spell on something, it's definitely that. Are we here for this Leyline Binding on this Minion of the Mighty? Scoops magoops? You're like, no, we're going to deal 2 damage to you before we leave. We're just going to poke you in the eye, and then we're going to run away in fear. All right. We go first. We're missing black mana. Yeah. So it's not horrible, right? But you're adding a whole nother color to the deck. What is our opponent playing? That Blood Crypt was very timely. What is this? Guess I've never actually seen anybody play this card. All right, what do you got, opponent? What do you got? You're not kicking that. Enjoy your 1/1. See if we can figure this out. Wait, what? What just happened? Oh, it was a token. It was a token. Oh, that's why we can't play that card. Lol. That's why we can't play that card. La la la. We got. All right, we're gonna have to switch out the. All right, let's draw a land deck. The game was even like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And I was like, "Heck yeah, I want to do this. What are you doing?" It's like, at no point do I not want to do this. Why are you even asking me this question? And then it just went, boop, we're gone. Like, you asked for this. I'm like, game, I sure did ask for that. Thanks for reminding me. Be like the little guy from Mortal Kombat that pops out and goes, whoopsie. Like that, I feel like that. Dang, we getting hasted. No, I know he says toasty, but whoopsie is a lot more appropriate in this situation. Oh man. All right, let's see if we can just dino people out, and then we can correct our mistake. I'm appropriate for this situation. Yeah. They have 8 cards in their hand. Well, drawing that was not the best. Well, what do we have left? This is the real one, right? This is the real one, right? Oh, I got nervous for a second, chat. I got nervous. Oh, opponent. We might not even been able to win that turn. Oh, all right. All right, let's go reevaluate release to the wind, or whatever it's called. I think actually they were in the process of clicking land. Mulligan that. Uh-oh.
Alright, you vamping? Come on, pump that knight. Oh, gosh. What is that? God, that's... They used -3 to put a 2/1 into play. Very confused by that. Yeah, I was like very worried that something crazy was about to happen, and they were like going back like this, and you're like 2/1. Well, that doesn't seem great. That gives it lifelink. I just want to click less times, right? Like that's why we got rid of that. Let's be real. Oh, opponent. Oh, opponent. They know. They knew what was happening. I'll miss you. Come back. Oh, that's true. I guess I didn't. I guess I didn't imagine that. This is too many. What are we putting back? All right, deck. I just need 3 land in a row. Can you give me that 3 land, please? Appreciate you. Maybe I wasn't supposed to block there. But I'm waiting to mess this up. Yeah, this definitely does spiral out of control a bit because you get to copy the spark doubles. All right, yeah, I like that. I definitely enjoy that. Is it Minion of the Mighty? It is Minion of the Mighty. Are you leaving? Are you leaving or are you staying? Are you leaving or are you staying? No, you're staying. All right. Good on you. Thank you. All right. They actually stayed. So there we go. Living the dream. This is the only Minion of the Mighty opponent I ever want to play against. Yeah, imagine being somebody that cool. I mean, thanks, opponent. Appreciate it. And I need a serious answer. Why were you playing that deck? This is not a great hand, but I feel like I'm gonna need to keep it. Okay, just play it for... I mean, I understand playing it for quick wins. It definitely does that. This gets us to 3. Oh, no! This gets us to 2, right? Because it's got an island in it. So they attack, we Leyline Binding the fin, and then cross our fingers. Probably have another one. You always draw legends in multiple, right? I don't love that. Target of a spell? This is not a spell. Don't kill us! Leyline, don't kill us! I'm not even gonna read that. Are we dead? Oh, it was close. It was close. I almost tried to copy my opponent. All right, opponent, good game. Oh, well, I mean, when this deck gets going, it gets going, right? These are the same, so... I dare you to attack me with that Gilded Goose. Yep, because I felt like I needed to fight with it. I mean, we did the thing. I mean, that's all the surgical things, so... Let's hit, let's hit some spark doubles. I guess it's not going to matter anymore, right? There we go. There we go. Whew. I mean, we got pretty lucky that game to draw into that. So. I'm going to keep this. Of course, they have another one. Why wouldn't they? Don't reprieve me, bro. Why can we never hit the spark double first? Spark double? No, spark double. Spark double. Whoo! This deck actually feels pretty good to play. Might be able to improve it a little bit.
All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the games there. They were pretty insane. Like I said, this deck is actually really well designed. A big shout out to Uniderp/Uniforce for designing this deck. At the time when I had imported this, didn't even realize that this was his deck. He makes a lot of great, lists. Spends a lot of time brewing on Aetherhub. I definitely recommend you go through and the historic best of one decks and just look through. There's absolutely no way that you have not seen one of Uniderp's decks if you've spent any amount of time looking at best of one historic on Aetherhub. So and maybe on other formats, but at least for me, best of one in historic. But again, the cheap interaction that doesn't look like cheap interaction is really great in this deck. Obviously the clones in this deck let you win the game. Quintorius Kand is actually really great. I've played Quintorius Kand in a very subpar standard deck, and he was very impressive. I played him in the midweek Magic event this week that was only Lost Caverns of Ixalan constructed, and he was very, very good. And I mean, in limited, insane as well. So again, Quintorius Kand is a great planeswalker. I really highly recommend crafting these if you don't have them, because he's going to be great in any and all formats. And honestly, a lot of times, obviously the discover aspect of Quintorius Kand is really, really great. However, a lot of times in a non-combo type deck, I'm looking just to make 3/2 red and white spirit creature tokens. And he does have a cool ability though, or his cool ultimate ability of exiling only cards. But we're not even hit on that now. We're going to do that for another video. But again, great video. Really appreciate y'all watching. Again, if you enjoy the deck, the channel, the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Check out all the cool links down below. Join the Discord. I would love to see you in the Discord. And as well as always on the weekends, please stop by and hang out on stream, twitch.tv/BA Motumbo. And I would love for y'all to bring either a card that you want to see a build around for, a deck list, or just an idea. And I would love to turn that into a video for you and, just make some great and entertaining content. So with that being said, everyone, please, as always, stay safe. And we'll see you all next time.